Hey guys, welcome to this retro review of John Wick. Now, this is an action film that I absolutely love. Most people I've seen, or who I tell to watch this, end up loving this film because it is so good. Now, I remember when it first came out in the US in October 2014, but in the UK we had to wait until April 2015, I think, before we could actually get to see this film. And I never actually saw this movie in the cinema for some reason, and I can't exactly remember why. It was a bit weird why I never went to go see it, because this is a type of film that is right up my alley. I love Keanu Reeves. I've loved most of his films that he's been in, and I don't quite understand why I never actually went to go see it, to be honest. But yeah, I'd heard a lot of good things about it. It was an highly anticipated film, but even then, I didn't get to see this film until it came out on Blu-ray, which I can't actually remember. I think it might have been early 2016 when I actually saw this movie. It was that long after it was released in the States. And after seeing it, I'm really looking forward to John Wick Chapter 2. And that is a movie I will definitely be going to the cinema to see. So yeah, John Wick, it's a movie about a retired hitman who finds love, but sadly his wife dies. And she gives him a puppy to help him mourn her death, so that he's not alone. And then some prick gangster, Russian gangsters, well, I say gangsters, but they're like dickheads who the father is the gangster and they're just spoilt brats. They take a shine to John Wick's car and they want to buy it off him, but he says no. So later on that night they break into his home, beat John Wick up, kill his dog, and steal his car. Now, when I first saw the trailer for John Wick, I thought, is that really good enough motivation to go on this revenge mission? But when you actually see the film, it does actually work, because it's not just the killing of a dog or the stealing of his car, but that's like secondary. It's not just the killing of his dog that sets him off, as the tagline says, but it's the fact that this was the last remaining link to his wife, and they've took that away from him. So yeah, once they do that, he goes on this revenge mission, and my God, does he kill a lot of people. But yeah, the action is fantastic. Keanu Reeves in this is fantastic. This is probably, in my opinion, his best ever performance in, I think. Before that, it was in The Matrix, but I think this is better than The Matrix. It's just a fantastic film. And the other actors in the film are really good. What's he called? Is Michael Nivsquist. I don't know if I've pronounced that right, but he's the actor who was in the Swedish versions of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and he was the villain in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And he plays Vigo, the Russian gangster boss, and he is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, he's really good in that. And then there's like little actors keep popping up here and there. Alfie Allen, who plays the dickhead Russian son who kills the dog. He's really good in this. I really liked his performance. There's a lot of people in this film whose names I can't pronounce. John Luis Guano, whatever he's called. I've seen him in a lot of films, but he's in like 2, maybe 3 scenes at tops. But he's pretty good in this as well. Ian McShane is in 2 scenes, really good. Yeah, the surrounding. What I also like about this film is the fact that, you've got John Wick. He's a great character in this, and you've got his mission. He's the main storyline, and he's like, you'd think like it's just a revenge film, But what it's good at, this film, is the world building aspect as well. It takes you into this underground world of assassins and hitmen, and it makes you want to see more. You know, there's this like hotel called the Continental, and everything. You know, he's got gold medallion coins, and he just pays. He gets an entry to that with the coin. He pays the concierge with the coin. You know, he pays the doctor with the coin. Everything. You know, he pays the bartender with the coin. It's like, what is the currency of this coin? But it's all interesting. Willem Dafoe's in this. He plays an old friend of John Wick's, who's also a fellow hitman. He's really good in this. He's absolutely brilliant in this. Yeah, you know, what more can I say? The world building is fantastic. You don't really see much of it. Well, you see glimpses of things. Like there's a scene where a load of Russian guys break into John Wick's house, and he kills them all. And this cop comes round called Jimmy, and you know, he sees the dead bodies on the floor. And he goes, "Oh, you working again, John?" And John Wick goes, "Just working things out." He goes, "Okay, John, night." And it's like, what is this thing with the cops? And you know, they know John Wick's an assassin. They seem to have great respect for him. Everyone seems to have great respect. Even the villains have great respect, which I absolutely love. I really love that. You know, the first time that Vigo knows that his son has done what he's done to John Wick, he goes, "Oh," and you can tell straight away that he absolutely shits himself, because he realises, you know, what's going to happen. But yeah, the action is absolutely fantastic in this, and you know, like, say what you will about the Bourne films, you know, it brought to the table the you know, the way that Paul Greengrass does action was a new style. You know, close edits, you know, very fast edits and stuff. And unfortunately, with that type of action, it's had a lot of imitators and a lot of bad imitators. But in this film, everything's clear as day. You know, Keanu Reeves is there, you know, doing all the action. You know, it's like one frame, and you know, everything happens in that one frame. You can see what's going on. There's this nightclub scene in the film, which is probably the whole sequence is probably the best sequence in the entire movie, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's arguably the best nightclub scene since Collateral, from like about 10 years ago. So yeah, that's a really good scene. Where he's just probably, you know, he's just killing everyone in the entire building, all the bad guys. There's this great scene where he goes like into a VIP area, and there's a lot of bad guys come in, and he keeps shooting them all, and all the bad guys, they've got red shirts on, which was kind of funny, because it's like that's like a Star Trek reference. Yeah, and one thing about John Wick, he does not mess about. You know, he does make sure these guys are dead. Yeah, you know, like you see other films where, you know, they'll shoot them, but they don't finish them off, and then they'll come back, and you know, obviously it's like, why didn't you kill him? In this, my God, he makes sure they're dead. So yeah, like I said, this is like arguably, in my opinion, this is Keanu Reeves' best performance ever. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to see what happens in John Wick Chapter 2. See what happens in the assassin world, because he's now back, as he said, as an assassin. So I want to see what the film's going to be like, where he's an assassin from the start, and he's not retired like he was in this one. So yeah, I absolutely love John Wick. Fantastic film, and I give this a rating of A+. Yeah, what can I say? I absolutely love John Wick. One of my favourite action films of all time. Write in my comments down below, guys. Let me know what you think of this film. Do you have great memories of it? Have you seen John Wick Chapter 2? What do you think? Like and share my channel. And remember, guys, stay heroic.